PMA was really, really, really good. We back.
We back.
Back in the mega church of the PMA, man. Peons. Members of the church. Sit down. Relax. Get in your pew. Wait for this sermon to come up while the minister, Q to Don, preaches. But before you go ahead and sit down,
you know what to do.
Like, comment, subscribe. You know what's coming, man. Why you playing like we don't know what we gonna do when we do it? You know what I'm saying? Hit that notification bell to become part of the PMA gang. Gang. It's a real top-loaded, heavy loaded conversation today, yo. So I'm pretty sure most of you will enjoy. Without further ado, enjoy the show.
Bitch!
From the 215 to 302, we kick some facts and talk the news. We keeping it real while acting a fool. So pardon my arrogance and let me holla at you.
Atlanta, season 3, episode 9. Very loaded episode. If you haven't had to see it, of course, go watch it and then come back. Wait.
We got one for y'all today.
But it's a lot of meat on this bone. You know, it may seem like it ain't much from the top, but it's so many points to get throughout this whole thing. Whether it be the black man not wanting to be black, but he white and then doing it. It's a lot. A lot of culture moments pulled from it throughout the years of movies and TV shows. So, you know.
Hashtag this is America, you know. We put it in IG stories all the time. It's the perfect time to talk about America.
But before we get started, man, we haven't talked about it, but rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. He was in this episode, did an outstanding job, if you ask me.
Amazing job.
With George Wallace, what other boy?
George Wallace does his thing anytime he come through.
He look old as hell, but he still sound the same.
He still sound the same, and that point still gets across. That's one thing I love about George Wallace. Every time he's been in a role, his point gets across. Yeah. He's got one of them projecting voices that he's gonna be heard.
He sound like a straight comb when that spotlight came out. He said, yeah. I say anyway. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. When he died, like week ago,
about a week, 10 days ago or so, man. Unfortunate passing.
I heard the 911 call. Young lady, nurse, little Hispanic thing. I want to see her. Yeah. She said that was the first time over there, complaining about heart pains and shit. Yo, people, get yourself checked out.
Yeah.
Especially black man in America. Black man. Protect your heart, yo.
Health is wealth, especially for those of y'all like us who going hard in paint all day, 24/7, 365.
Stream loading caffeine just to stay up. It's basically like speed now, yo.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, especially like amphetamines and shit. You just fucking pumping your body just to try to stay afloat because, not a lot of people get enough sleep. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all live by the, you know what I'm saying, grind now, sleep later type deal and shit. But at the end of the day, sometimes it ain't good.
Yeah. You got to find time for your body.
Especially the older you get.
Yeah. 100%.
When you get older, you can't do the same like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? When I was 17, 18, nigga, what? Yeah. 2 hours, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Especially the more active you are, too. I just recently got back in the gym again, and my body's starting to tell me again that, yeah, you do need more sleep. I have been running on 3, 4, 5 hours of sleep for months on end, which I've been doing for years, but the more active you are, the more your body needs to recharge. You know what I mean? Needs to set itself straight again to be able to keep going that next day.
Nutrition and activity is a real fountain of youth.
Yeah.
You can look better than you did 10 years ago. But, you know, Kevin, they said there was rumors he had the Viagra situation. He had the caffeine. I sent him down in Red Bulls.
Yeah.
And
on that live that night, he was throwing them back.
Because he was always moving.
Always going.
He was always on the move, traveling, this, that, and the third. So I doubt that man slept much.
The grind. I know he don't, because I can totally contend with it. Like I told you before, sometimes you up late editing. I know he did a lot of stuff himself. You getting a lot of stuff done in your mind as a grinder, as a content creator. The first thing you think is, no, I got a deadline. Whether you got an actual time deadline, you got a deadline in your head that this content is hot, it needs to go now. So let me just put the extra time in right now, get it done, then get some sleep, fresh start tomorrow. That shit catch up to you, bro.
But at the end of the day, man, what this teaches us is, life tomorrow's not promised.
Right.
Life is short. They do with the best of the day that you can do, and leave tomorrow to chance. However, Kevin was a cancer survivor.
Yeah.
When he was a young lad.
Young boy.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was battling with his own mortality at a very young age, and when he got out of that, it taught him.
Yeah.
To try. It's just sad that the Reaper had to come get him, had to come back. You know what I'm saying? But
speaking of sadness, just a sidebar. I think it's sad that in the wake of his passing, so much negative flack and criticism and just negative, you know what I mean, connotations coming out about it.
A lot of people with some clout too.
Right.
A lot of heavy hitters with their words speak.
Right.
And it's like he's not a man to be celebrated. I feel like anybody who passed away and their life was taken, their life has to be celebrated at some point because it's no longer here.
I think my bigger problem was that the people who was actually celebrating his death, not celebrating that he lived, not celebrating the life he lived, but celebrating that this man is no longer with us because he was bad, and that's where my problem lies at.
Like he ain't out here touching kids, he ain't out here raping, he ain't out here doing nothing. He out here giving his fucking opinion on his fucking show. If you call into the PMA show, you gonna get the same shit.
Right.
Not sugar. He didn't sugarcoat shit. He didn't care about sugar. He didn't give a fuck if you liked him. He don't give a fuck what. He's just gonna tell you what he thinks because what he thinks is based off of data.
Yeah.
And if you researched and studied some shit, and then you telling somebody some shit, and just because they don't want to hear it, and then now I gotta get belligerent because you tested my gangster about me not researching this shit. And I'm trying to tell you, he was responsible for. People don't want to say this. It's fucking crazy that the media always gonna put some negative shit. Like all his shit that went viral was negative shit because people took bits and pieces of what he was saying and made it positive. But I mean, he got viral from it. But you know how many black marriages he fucking orchestrated, bro? You know how many people got married because of that man?
And it's funny. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. A lot of what Kevin talked about was strictly based on facts.
Strictly numbers,
You know what I mean? Strictly numbers.
Cerebral.
And then a lot of it, like you said, was opinion based, right? And so many people want to tear him down talking about, you bringing black women down, boom, boom. But the fact of the matter is,
he got on niggas too.
Yeah, he got on niggas too. But also the shit that he said, I've never found any falsities in anything he said. So if you making an observation about somebody based on what they tell you, I got 9 kids by 12 different baby daddies. So wild, you know what I mean? Some wild, crazy shit. My observations is listen. If you think it's a stereotype, if you think you know what I mean, I'm just coming for your neck because of what the previous says. No. I'm basing it on what you just now gave me, the info you gave me.
And some ways, which is he could have said it a little.
No, but that's the problem. It's 2022. Harshness need to still be real.
Where he was like, die alone and get a dog then. Like but after the conversation was up and you didn't clean what he said, well, die alone and get a dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't take
people
it,
like he died alone and get a dog, whatever, bro. Like whatever.
I think my thing is that we talk about it a lot on this pod about the ways that we grew up. You know what I mean? 80s babies, 90s babies, and whatnot. Like harshness is something that has gone away in the parenting of today. I see so many kids that do so many things, get away with so much because they ain't being parented hard enough. And then they become young adults, 20 years old, 19, 20, 21, 22. And now you're living a life that's wild fucking fantasy. You know what I mean? Because you ain't get told the realness soon enough. And then when you come 30 and you realize that you've been living a fantasy life for the last 10, 12 years of your adult life, and then this man goes and tell you what the motherfucking truth is, you want to take offense to it.
I don't understand in castrating and demonizing somebody for a difference of opinion.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like
there you go.
What he said was what he said. He never said it was absolute fact. This is what's going to happen to you absolutely. He just saying the numbers suggest that the percentages of you trying to get what you want is very, very low.
And here at PMA, we stand by those type of ideals. We are arrogant as fuck for a reason. Part of my arrogance, but I'm going to say what I want. I'm going to do what I want. If you don't like it, beat your feet.
So,
rest
man,
in peace.
Rest
Kevin
in peace, man. Man. Keep that nigga's name out your mouth, man. Celebrate his life, bro.
Wait, you heard about the pastor and shit that was going in the church? He was going in. See that shit? He was going in, bashing him, talking about you can't celebrate a man who needed a GoFundMe. Boom. This shit just came out. The GoFundMe was by some fraudulent motherfucker trying to get bread. But even the pastors?
Yeah, Vivica Fox. It was a lot of people.
The pastor though the pastor shit got me. Like, damn, pastor, this what you preaching to your flock? Boy, I tell you, some of them places of worship.
Atlanta. We basically said all that to say, Kevin Samuels, you probably would have had an outstanding acting career because you did your damn thing, bro.
Yeah, he brought what was needed to that specific role.
Yeah.
Very specifically, which made the episode what it needed to be.
Just like he was just talking regular. He wasn't even trying to overact.
Talking regular, bro, because, so he is and shit.
So
let's get into it.
More of the story is, shit starts off wild, crazy.
I love the black and white.
If the whole
app black and white.
This is what was needed because I think the first app was one of the other apps was black.
It was one of them was. I can't remember which one. This season, just
Donald Glover is amazing.
This season to put together, I've seen so many people criticizing the season in general, talking about it's a miss, this, that, and the third. If it's a miss, you know why? It's because you don't get it. It's not meant for you to get. It's not talking to you. If you don't get this season, it wasn't meant for you to get. Too bad.
I don't care either.
And he's going to keep getting money, and they're going to keep on putting seasons out because your little motherfucking opinion don't matter.
Message.
Yeah, it's cool. This app going to take me there, people. I hope y'all know I'm in my mode today. I got the arrogant as fuck on for a reason. Great app.
Young boy playing the John.
Flamethrower too.
New balls. Anybody who survived the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies back in the day, you know how they used to get.
Circa 2005 to 2012, some of the harshest gaming lobbies we ever heard in our life.
They was barring him. And then he went straight to the fucking nigger this and nigger that and this, that, the third and this, that, the third. My nigga, your dad is black, bro.
Bro, with the hard R. The hard R on it.
So it was like you got a young man here, Aaron, who got an identity complex.
Ron.
He got an identity complex.
Right.
That they touch base on
multiple times
in the movie in the show about how he got by on his whiteness.
Right, but then want to use the blackness when needed. So you seen the Post Malone shit on the wall. I love the app open and you just I'm taking it all in. I watched it twice.
The gorilla on the wall.
He had a lot of vibes in his room that seemed mixed vibes in his room of I'm black, but I don't want to be black. I'm white.
But I'm black when it's useful, but when it's not useful, I'm
right.
white. And it's just
you hear how he talk. You can do instantly. I love how it opens up and you don't see the character. You just hear the voices, and then when you actually see the character, he finally speaks. He still sounded black to me and whatnot. I'm like, he sounded like a black boy to me. But then you drop the hard R.
And then it's like, what are we going
Which
here?
we've seen, and it's crazy. I don't know if y'all have seen any of our other episodes where we talk about gaming. Last season 3, we opened it up with our boy Tiny Tim, and we talked about gaming a lot, gaming and how it helps out, you know what I mean, stress reliever, talk about some of these lobbies that we grew up in. We've heard the hard R a million times in gaming lobbies. It's what some of those people like to do, as if it's going to really get under our skin. We're playing a video game, so it's like, okay, cool story. If you want to talk that, send me your address, which we seen it in the joint. Send me your address. Say the hard R shit to my face. You won't do it. Just like Aaron didn't want to do it.
Nah, you're just going to shoot a bunch of people. Superman.
Yeah, we gonna sidebar here at some point. To the Buffalo shootings. Rest in peace to the tragedies that happened this past weekend. In Buffalo, New York. Unfortunately, another mass shooting. I think we're gonna sidebar to that here at some point, but let's try to stay with that for a second, cause we want, this is definitely some similarities here.
So the dad barring him, saying Richard Black just said, "Nigga, I told you to save, yo.
Right.
I ain't signing for no loan, brother. We never saw my Dukes.
Yeah, but I think my Duke's not there because he mentioned like me and your auntie, we're gonna take you to Golden Corral. Like, so I'm thinking Mom Duke's not in the picture no more.
Not in the picture, yeah.
But I love the fast for shit. Yeah. Anybody who's been to college or was attempting to go to college and you got black parents, you might be fortunate and y'all had some bread. But a lot of us, we didn't.
The thing was,
and we went through the same shit.
I took it as though he would have been all right if he wasn't trying to be not black.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Just to fast forward, so they sitting there right after the fact, and you hear him and his white friends, and they talking about how easy it is for you to be black and go to college and shit, and it's like, no,
Donald Glover got to put the people on the fucking top of the building. Like it's every episode. It seemed like every episode it seemed like it's wild celebratory to be black.
Yeah, I love it.
But shit is, man. Have some self pride in yourself, bro.
Black is beautiful, man.
Everybody got pride days and pride this and pride that.
Right.
Why the fuck we can't be prideful? Yo?
And that's one of the reasons why we talk that talk all the time. Any chance I get to celebrate my blackness, my blackity blackness, I'm gonna keep doing it. I love who I am. I tell my kids every morning, love your skin, love who you are, be proud of who you are. You was born to be great for a reason. Like I'm never gonna shut away from my greatness.
Because I think that's corny. It's the corniest shit in the world, yo. Trying to be something that you're not. And that's what his complex was, bro. And the fact that he couldn't play both sides, he couldn't get the benefits of being white or black.
Right.
I mean, nigga, like I grew up, we grew up red. I grew up a red bone and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know, people. I bet you Drake got that complex.
100% growing up.
That he's like, you know,
when he was wheelchair Jimmy, 100,000%, bro.
It's easy, but it ain't. But he seemed like he was just straight dicks, bro. Like,
I love how his dad made light of it in the will. Like, yo, you might have your little friends at school, fool, but I know where you got that black nose from. So it was early in the ep. It was making those instances like this boy's definitely confused. He wants to. He's clearly identifying as black when he's with his pops, but even pops know like you ain't gotta fake that shit to me.
Bringing up the shooting. It's like the second time one of these episodes started with the wild radio saying basically what we're experiencing today.
14-year-old got killed by the cops. You know what I mean? To open the episode. Like you said, I think I
tried to bring that up
I love that this is the second time in 9 episodes that they've done it because this is America, people. You know how often we wake up to
right? That's Donald Glover song.
100%, bro.
This is America.
You know how many times we wake up to some wild, tragic news of a mass shooting, and now it's to the point in 2022 where most of us is numb, and we don't lose 3, 4, 5 hours out of the day going down the rabbit hole of what happened. I know.
It's always minority too, yo.
Always.
Whether it be what was the John in Texas? The Hispanic John.
Yeah, we had Asians get ran down on recently.
Yeah,
a lot.
I seen that. Yeah, I seen
Hispanics getting ran down on. Going up in synagogues like. But Muslims.
The what's fucking puzzling me is, right? It always puzzled me as a kid. It's always going to puzzle me. What makes it yours? Because I feel like we all didn't originate here, brother.
Yeah.
So what the fuck makes it yours to the fact that you need to kill niggas for existing, bro?
Yeah.
You need to kill people just for literally existing. And you call inspiration from somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
It's inspiring to go kill a bunch of people and then plead not guilty. See why we
look.
We might as well segue now.
I was about to say when we get to the end, when we talk about the flamethrower shit, we can segue right there.
That's the episode is so the John leaves him. I'm guessing she was getting smashed up.
Oh yeah, DeAndre. Yeah, I mean, well, the funny shit was
first of all, Simpington Wells.
Oh no, DeAndre commented.
Yo,
how the fuck you talking to DeAndre? He was losing his shit. Like what the fuck, bro?
First of all,
DeAndre
we talk about this all the time, yo. That shit ain't gonna change nothing. Baby.
Nah, it ain't. What the fuck you barking her on gonna do?
You sound like a bitch. Pardon my French, but you sound like a bitch.
Factory, bro.
She gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, I know.
So what you need to do is, see, now we going to another. What you need to do is worry about your paper and worry about yourself and level the fuck up. Get the bag.
His real focus at that particular point in time should have been why he only saved up 4 stacks and his pops told him you better save your fucking bread if you want to go to college.
My thing is why it seemed like he only wanted to go to college because she was going.
That's it. You know what I mean? You see that wild dejection when the homies come down the hall and they like, yo, we got it too. He like, damn. They gonna be fucking my girl too.
Yeah,
man.
so you know what I'm saying, look, bro, that means yo, you chasing you hustling backwards, youngins. Don't chase the John, chase the bag. The John gonna come.
Let's get into it. So they called all the seniors to the auditorium.
Kev came out with the wild music, John.
I love it. It was wild silent after she introduced him, and then he
came out with the wild.
Put his own shit on.
It was hyping shit like paying all y'all tuitions, yo. They were like,
it.
oh God.
I thought
black students.
I thought the fucking the moisturizer shit had me cracking up. Where the brand came from?
The fucking
he got the
pink lusters.
Everybody, he said it before he introduced it. He was like, "My family done kept many of you heads being from dry as motherfucker." Like, I think every black family in America. Y'all don't think you black if you ain't never had pink oil moisturizer in your shit.
That's how the waves used to be popular.
like, and it go both ways, males and females. I mean, baby girl always gets it. My sister was getting it as a youngin.
Straight butter waves with the brush in the dicky pocket.
Pink oil moisturizer. I loved it. I loved his facial, the whole piece when he came back to the mic with black students only.
And then stared and looked. I want to see all you because what you mean is always easier for us to get.
Yeah.
What you mean by that?
Then they talking about we should sue him. This discrimination.
What Drewski say? What you mean by that?
What you mean by that?
What you mean by that? It's always been easier for you.
They say, ain't this what they did in the 50s? Talking about discrimination? Like, this is not no discrimination. This is one motherfucker who wants to give his bread to help out his people.
His money.
It's his bread.
You gonna sue this man?
This ain't no corporation money and nothing like this.
Sue them. Even he was talking to his dad about, I'm assuming for discrimination. He was like, you think it's funny? A little bit. What did he tell him? He's like this. You finally get the chance to see black that sometimes being black, some things ain't gonna go your way.
Yeah, 100%.
And then they especially called him in there with the wild, and then George Lucas. George
Hamilton. Look, I done forgot.
Wallace, bro.
George Wallace.
That's George. Where the fuck Lucas come from? Who the fuck is George Lucas?
George Hamilton.
George Lucas sound wild familiar.
George Lucas is Star Wars, man.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan about to drop.
Yeah.
Look out.
Yeah.
We doing Obi-Wan?
I don't know, man.
Then we gonna do the Obi-Wan. It's like 6 eps. Come on, man. You want the Obi-Wan?
You know I ain't seen none of the Mandalorians, right? 0.
Bruh.
None. Zip 0.
Let's get back to that. They call him in for the audition. Before they go in for the audition, what about the motherfucking wild doo-wop band, the wild doo-wop group? They was harmonizing like a motherfucker in the acapella.
Yeah.
Shit.
They was getting ready for that interview.
Baby, I was caught up.
They was getting ready for singing when they were singing Shy.
Yo, the motherfuckers talking about, yo, can you wave check me? I was just cracking up at all the motherfuckers in the hallway trying to get through, like
trying to get the bread.
And I think I thought I pulled that as another moment.
Blackness when it's convenient for you.
I thought that was another moment for me because in today's day and time, if you go into a high school, my young boy just graduated. You go to high school, you see so many white kids wanting to be black. And dressing black and acting black. So I see
a lot of black kids wanting to be white.
I seen it too, but my point is, I thought it was funny.
Them?
Yeah, them.
With the Joan with the white.
Them was
the
good.
White paint on her face.
If you ain't see the them, make sure you hit the card. Them. Yeah. Our review was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was dope. Then they going for the auditorium for the whole auditions, which I love. Do you want my money? You gonna audition for?
Bro, where were they sitting, bro? It seemed like they were on
a
fucking throne,
right?
bro.
Like a Supreme Court bench. They're smoking his stogies, having a good old laugh with this motherfucker. I thought the questions they was asking, bro.
In their school, bro?
Yo, he's donating. He said he was donating wild bread. A milli, right? Wasn't a milli? A milli to the school.
Is a milli? Is a donate? Wait, hold up real quick. Is a donation to a milli enough to change your fucking name?
Must be. Yo, I'm going to throw y'all a milli. Change this fucking racist ass fucking name off.
Scrape the shit out that joint.
And threw the neon light up. Yo, I thought the questions they was asking the young boy was too fucking funny. And of course, my dumb ass in here answering every question that they asking. I'm checking my own blackness and shit.
Yeah.
It was a good
George Wallace said, "Yo, white."
I loved it.
All white.
I loved it. That moment for me right there with George Wallace when he got up and barked on him wild crazy with the you white shit.
And then the fucking cat was like, yo, how long you been getting by on your whiteness? Son?
Right.
They read that boy like a book.
Like a book.
And then he was like, well, fuck all this, yo. Fuck all this. My girl left me and shit. I'm going to go create a flamethrower. Which, question, how can two niggas easily make a flamethrower, bro? Is it that easy?
And I want to talk. At some point here, we're gonna segue about. I want to talk about Google. I got some bars for a lot of, a lot of shit. Apparently, it's that easy because he Googled that shit and bop bop bop. But when he gets to the school and Felix pulls out his Felix shit look way better.
Yes.
Felix, what's up with the Kermit the Frog voice though, Felix?
His shit can both of them worked.
Yeah, both of them worked.
That boy set his own foot on fire or some shit.
No, I think Felix hit him with it. I think Felix was laughing when
it was tripping.
No, I watched it again. Felix put the shit on him, and then set the shit on fire because when he started, because the hose was still connected. When he started running, he fell, and then the hose got disconnected. 'Cause I thought the same thing. I was like, damn, did his shit break? Because it was wild bootleg, but no, Felix did that shit. I just thought the convo with him and Felix in front of the sign, that shit was epic for me, bro.
And then he said, I'm about to burn you. Oh, too late. Is that a dark skin joke?
And then that was
he
it.
about to laugh. He like, now you're dead.
It was funny to me because it went right back to the beginning of the episode when he used R. And it's the same shit. Like, you think you're going to pop tough right now? Like, you really think that's a good idea?
I thought Youngboy got shot in the head, bro.
I thought he did too.
I thought he
did too. I could have swore he got shot.
I said, what the fuck?
And then to see Kevin Samuels pull up with the silk.
The wild silk robe on. Yo, was like, nigga, did you try to burn my school?
He said, well, guess what?
He said, guess what? Being shot by the police
that's
is
the most black shit you could ever do. So I'm going to bless you.
Came there for the same reason. He succeeded and got the scholarship.
And this nigga get booked.
Bro. And
he got booked a
He
Chino.
got to the best medical joint. No, not that. Go ahead, check out the.
I mean, Lacey.
Bro, how ironic it be that you come down there to burn the school down.
Irony, bro.
And then somebody else come down there that was denied just like you to burn the school down. He succeeds, gets shot, and gets the joint, and you don't get none of that.
The irony in this episode, bro, was crazy.
It turned that boy into a whole different savage, yo. I feel like, men, I feel like at some point in your life, because we nobody is born. There's very few people that are born savages.
Right. You usually get made into one.
Yeah, I feel like every man at some point in his life needs to get his heart broke.
100%.
Because that right there
100%
is going to tell you what to do and what not to do.
Aaron in Best Buy at the end of the joint with the wild combing of his, he trying to get his wave right and shit.
He said, I'm still fat than a motherfucker.
And I just love the turnaround on the joint.
He wasn't on her top, but now
right.
she's like, Aaron, he was like this. Hold on, yo.
Right.
Saying, yo, what's up?
Played her lame like a motherfucker.
So you ain't never been more attractive. She
look, it was a fucking it was the whole ocean, nigga. She bust 3 times right there in that moment.
Cause she ain't want to even walk away, yo.
And it's some funny shit. I mean, some of us we just natural, and some people say it the suave.
He was tall as shit.
Yeah.
Why he get taller? He got taller.
I thought he did too. I think it was camera angles. I think for the whole episode when he was white, it was a direct angle. When he got black, that shit had the underjoint
at the end, bro. I was like, that nigga a basketball player. He was like, how's working here? Like,
I thought the smile of the camera, like you said, you texted me. That nigga, he cracked the code
with the wild. What's the shit that was playing? Oh man, it was some.
I felt like it was the same. I think it was the same song that was playing when Kevin came on stage. Yeah,
but it was something. It's something suave, bro.
Can't think of it. OJ's. I don't know.
It's something. It's old.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
It's
I
old
don't know.
school joint. It's old school joint. Yo, hell of an ep, a much needed ep, because all the shit we give Donald Glover, yo, you never get that nigga is a genius, bro.
Yeah,
he's cracked the code in many different industries, and he don't even get the flowers that he deserves.
I think that like we said here we said at the beginning of this episode is that one of the reasons why for me this was the best episode of the season for me, and one of the reasons why is because it's tackling shit that we dealing with in everyday society, everyday life, and so many shows are afraid of ruffling feathers, right? Which clearly Donald Glover and the executive producers and writers of Atlanta this season have ruffled many feathers. Right before this episode, I Google and all I see is wild wild hatred almost toward this episode, as if it's a miss. I don't know how can you see this episode and see it being a miss, being the current events, the current times that we're living in. Everything in this episode was 100,000% real. I believe we on already this year. The fucking amount of mass shootings is stupid. I looked at the number the other day. It's a stupid number already of mass shootings this year. And we talked about it on many eps, the amount of mass shootings, the ramp up since we was young boys to now. It's just getting higher and higher and higher. And then this comes out.
They're going to take the weapons, bro.
I think so. But the Second Amendment rights is definitely on the line. After the tragedy, we opened the ep and mentioned it. After the tragedies in Buffalo, man. And
Before
it just
you get
keeps
into
happening.
that, yo, I respect people who's not afraid to ruffle feathers.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Like even though I give him a lot of fucking shit because I think he's corny and he's wild, crazy, Charlamagne, he don't give a fuck about ruffling feathers.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to black folk.
Yeah, and just stand there. That's what I was going with the season. I just think that the season is great overall, bro. They're bringing something that we all want to see. That we never. Literally nobody brings this energy to TV,
And it's cleverly done too.
yeah, absolutely.
And he's going to give you some type of lightheartedness too.
Yeah, I was about to say in 28-minute episode, I got wild like realness, but still laughed many times. Every episode, I'm getting wild laughter out of it. Whether I was drinking, sipping, smoking, or whatever, or I'm just sitting here and just taking it all in. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna have some realness. I'm gonna probably Google something after the episode. Like you getting every bit and piece, and that's what you want. 30 minutes is the most free time I had in that day. Let me be entertained for 30 minutes and thoroughly entertained for 30 minutes.
Well played, Don Glover. Well played.
To touch on the tragedies in Buffalo, because I think it directly plays in here, right? For those who don't know, it was a tragic mass shooting that happened in Buffalo over the weekend. Guy drives 3 hours. He's been plotting this out for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, they said, basically.
Shit getting old, dog.
Drives 3 hours. Goes to a community where black people shop at, a supermarket that specifically older black people, specifically shop at.
Go some yo. If you got some balls and shit, go somewhere where niggas is ready for war. Yo.
Yeah, pull up on a real block.
Pull up on a block where niggas is out there on the corner and be like this, and come out there with the wild gas, yo. You probably get smoked.
Nah, he pulled up on basically a dollar store in the hood, and
with people who are not there to engage in combat.
And he had wild plans. He live streamed it on Twitch. I'm gonna come back to y'all Twitch in a minute. Shot like 13 people, killed like 10. He put a whole manifesto out, like 2,000 pages prior to going out, and he basically said his reasoning for it was that he feel like the white race is dying out, it's being taken over. Afraid that the black race is taking over. Obviously he's a white supremacist. Racism in America has been going on far longer than I've been on this earth. It's never going to stop. I've said it on many episodes. I feel like a lot of the racism that happens, it's a hereditary thing. You can bark at me if you want, but I'm going to restate my point on it like I've said many times. It's hereditary, I think. Unfortunately, if your great-great-granddaddy was a slave owner, his son seen it. So even if his son was cool with the black slaves or not, he's seen it, so it's in his blood. And then he grows up, he has children of his own, and the trend continues. And now here we are in 2022, and I feel like there's still people that they condone certain racist acts. So as a parent, if you have a child right now and you're doing anything racist, unfortunately, children are sponges. They are going to absorb it, and at some point it gets manifested, whether it's a hard R, like we seen in this episode, or somebody making a motherfucking flamethrower, or it's another motherfucker getting an AR and driving 3 hours, it gets manifested.
My daughter, a friend of hers got called a A. It wasn't the ER, it was the A.
Yeah.
But it was from a white child.
Yeah.
6, bro.
It gets manifested. Unfortunately,
now as parents, we got to answer them questions.
I was about to say, unfortunately, for anybody that's like, say, 15 and older right now, if you got any type of racism in your bloodline, you probably lost at this point. So hopefully, if you're a young boy and you watching this, or you coming of age and you about to watch this, hopefully you don't have no kids yet, and you could change. You still time to change your ways. Your daddy or your great granddaddy might have had some racist thoughts, might have expressed it in front of you before. I don't know. Maybe you could change your ways so that your children won't fall into the same hole that you may have been subject to fall into, that your daddy probably was.
No, I just don't get racism though.
I don't get it either, that the color of my skin threatens you so much that you feel the need to take me off the face of this earth. And I don't. And the funny, I never see reverse racism. I never see it going the other way, where a black man says, "I'm so pissed off with these crackers, I need to go shoot them up." We get pissed. Well, let's be clear. We get pissed with white people who do stupid shit. Let's be fucking clear. I'm not planning out a wild mass murder and then I'm gonna hit another town after that. It don't happen, people. And I'm sure that somebody in the comments gonna say it's happened before. Yeah, it probably did. But men lie, women lie, numbers don't. The fucking numbers don't lie. That for some reason the color of my skin,
we kill each other more than y'all,
continues to bother you so much that you feel the need to take me off the face of the earth just because I'm black, just because I'm beautiful and I'm meant for fucking success.
Hatred and hated on.
I want to
man, you can't have this swag, bro.
I want to do a little comparison too. I think it's funny that in the bull who did this shit, right? Actually, before I go there, so he live streamed it on Twitch, right? It's funny that Twitch, because I stream on Twitch. For those who don't know, we stream on Twitch. We content creators. Twitch will bang your fucking channel if you play some music on that motherfucker. Pretty much DMCA. Look it up. You know how many strikes I've had against me because I want to vibe out before I'm about the game to some music? Get wild bands and shit, but yet this motherfucker go on the joint, rat-dat-dat. Yeah, video was taken down 2 days later or whatever the fuck it was. I don't fucking know. Clearly not fast enough because the shit's all online. You can find the video of him killing people and shit. But he was live. Discord. You know? The motherfucker had a whole fucking going all the way back to March of this year in Discord. It's probably a private server, but a whole breakdown of this is what I need to do. I need to go remeasure so I can get the motherfucking the AR taped to the jaw. I need to put the GoPro here. Boom, boom, boom. The whole shit. And it's just funny because in today's society of technology, they'll use all that shit against you in the aftermath, right? But we all know that the feds tapped into so many people's lines and shit left and right. That's how people get caught up on wiretaps, illegal wiretaps, the whole nine. But yet, motherfucking go plan out all kinds of shit digitally and then go do it months later and get taken out peacefully, unharmed. Because that was his plan. I'm going to be just like everybody else and shoot a bunch of people, kill them, surrender, go to jail, plead not guilty, claim insanity, get slapped on the wrist.
Like if you are ready to, I feel like if you are actively killing people, there's no handcuffs.
Shouldn't be.
It should be two in your eyes because we got two between our eyes. We ain't killed a damn person.
Instant death penalty. So this is the comparison I wanted to make, Q. It's funny that I've seen time and time again in history. We say it many times. If you don't know your history is planned to repeat over and over again. History repeats itself, right? So we've seen in history many times where the presence of our skin continues to affect other races so much that he felt the need to wipe us out, or mistreat us, or puts on neck, find a way to, if not wipe us out, keep us being inferior. Right? We've seen it in history. We've seen it in the 50s and 60s.
It's not just black people either.
It's not.
It's a lot of minorities. It's Hispanic people got their.
But again, and that's why I said the color of our skin, because our Muslim brothers, our Arabic brothers, our Hispanic brothers, we all got brown skin.
Asian people too.
We all Asian people too. We all got browner skin than the pigment. What's my word? Pigment missing. I don't fucking know the word. You ain't got enough melanin. Your pigment is fucked up, right? I'm gonna try to keep this civil, but I go there sometimes, people. Either way, the color of our skin over time in history, millions of times over and over again, it's been that threatening, right? I want to talk about the MOORS for a minute. We did an episode like a year ago, our Knowledge is Power joint. We talked about the MOORS. We talked about Mansa Musa briefly. And I just want to talk about it because I find it funny that when he said in his manifesto, this shooter that I'm talking about here at Buffalo, you know, white people, we being taken over. Same shit that happened with the Moors, bro. The Moors ruled for 800 years. They brought civilization. They brought so much shit from 700 AD to 1500. I'm talking about crops that the Europeans ain't know about. I'm talking about astrology. So many things, right? They rule. The Moors keep till to this day in 2022 keep getting discredited for being black. He say, yeah, it was some black Moors, but they wasn't black. Bro, you know how much text and scholar that we can find from written scholars who have written hundreds and hundreds of books in the 1500s, 1400s, 1300s, 1200s, whatever. Same scholars that y'all listen to their books, but you won't listen to the fact that they say their skin was the picture of their skin was black. You know what I mean? Their skin resembled the dirt. You don't want to seem to find that, right? But it's a fact. The Moors was black and they ruled for 800 years. I find it funny that the Treaty of Granada, right? 1491, they signed the Treaty of Granada, which basically was like, all right, we're going to give Spain, y'all can now sail and shit, right? We can give y'all the right. 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Y'all remember that, right?
I remember that. That's all in the books.
But it was the Moors who gave y'all the motherfucking right to sail because they had that shit on lock for 800 years. And then when their dynasty started dying out, because ultimately what happened, they got wild wars coming their way. Because of the color of their skin, damn near is what I would say. These motherfuckers been in power for too long. Let's take that shit over. Eventually it did, because, you know, Columbus, let's talk about it. Y'all know about Mr. Peter? You heard about Mr. Peter? That's the bull who guided Columbus to America. Pedro Alonso Nino. Go look him up, people. Black man. They call him an Afro-Spaniard. He was a black man. He was the nigga who took Columbus to America. Let's be fucking clear. He was the nigga who took Columbus to America.
Niggas said they call him Afro-Spaniard. He was African. He was the nigga that took.
He was the nigga who took Columbus to Africa.
Yo, that shit was.
I'm sorry, to America, bro. Like on some real shit. But you won't really find that in history books. I only learned that in my post-learning year. You know what I mean? And I give credit when I was in Philly School District, North Carolina. I was down there. I learned a lot of good history that in today's textbooks you won't never fucking find.
We only gonna learn about certain people,
right?
In certain instances,
right?
During a certain month.
I went to college and took Afro-American studies many years, learned about some extra stuff I didn't know in high school, but still a lot of my studies had to come after the fact. Reading a lot of books. I like to learn about my history, to know where I come from, to know where I'm going. And I just thought it was funny when I found out about Pedro Alonso Nino, the nigga who took Columbus to America, that you never fucking hear about. Treaty of Granada, the Moors, a lot of this shit you don't hear about, man. We done reigned for many, 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 many motherfucking moons before, and we gonna keep doing it, bro. And they gonna keep finding ways to...
What's on neck, man? Try and keep your foots on neck, man. But, you know, as you probably already noticed, is resilient, bro.
I'm arrogant as fuck, man. I'm the greatest nigga that was ever created.
It's like you can try. You could try to keep a nigga down, but so far you can keep a nigga.
Yeah.
And it's more people of color and minorities are finding ways to get success. And what I appreciate about their success is that it was harder to them.
Right.
It wasn't gifted to them.
Right.
They had to work for their success. That's why success. I feel like I'd rather go earn a meal than be given a meal.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice to get a meal, but when you go earn that meal, you got much more appreciation for where you've been.
It's different.
And that's what I fucking feel like about our culture. Shit, we got a lot of appreciation for where we've been, which means that only make us stronger to the point where it's like when you see shit like this, man, it's like it's always gonna be crazy motherfuckers.
Always.
There's always gonna be crazy people. There's always gonna be people who don't see you for the value that you bring society. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna say it now. I'll say it in the future. I've said it in the past. You don't like me.
Black people, do your homework. Go look up the Moors dynasty, man. Check them out. See some of the things that they did for us way before. You know what I mean? Paved streets, lighted streets hundreds of years before France did it. The whole nine. I'm talking about all the crops that y'all eat today, lemons, apricots, all kinds of shit. The Moors did that. Moors bought the compass from China, brought it to Europe. European castles and shit down the line that they had chimneys and windows and all that. They got that from the Moors. Before that, they was living in fucking barns with a hole in the roof. Like, it's a lot of shit that the Moors did during that 800-year run that we still see in today's society, but the motherfuckers don't get no credit for who they was and the greatness that they was. Because at some point, somebody was disturbed by the color of their skin, felt the need to stomp them out. Just like we dealing with currently in 2022. We trying to be stomped out. They trying to stomp us out. I hope y'all gonna keep persevering, because I am.
PMA out.
Bitch.
From the 215 to 302, we kicking some facts and talking the news. We keeping it real while acting a fool. So pardon my arrogance and let me holla at you.